Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Ireland. Hope that you all are good and safe. We here. I'm here again, doing some tests first. All right. Everyone is hearing me good. If there is somebody there, let me know how is the audio going. If the audio is good, that we can start our live here on Spirit Society of Ireland. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me good, if you can see me good. Any problem, please let me know. Okay, first thing first, let's start with our initial prayer, right? So let's close our eyes if you can, of course, and let's connect ourselves with Jesus, with our mentor. Ask enlightenment, good inspiration for the talk today, that the mentor of Spirit Society of Ireland can guide me through the speech today. And I hope to transmit the message that has to be done, and that we can receive this with an open mind and an open heart. That God bless you all. So be it. All right. Very good. Thank you, Juliana. Thank you to let me know that it's good. Everything is good. So, right. The talk today is about the basic principle of the Spiritist doctrine. I chose this topic because this month, as I don't know if everyone knows, is the month that Allan Kardec has his birthday. He's born on the 3rd of October, and is a month that we celebrate the birthday of this special, not special, but this enlightened spirit who has this mission to bring to us the Spiritism and his work. He wrote these 5 books that is the base of the Spiritism, starting with the spirits of the books of Spiritist books, and after that the other 4 ones. But I decided to do a simple and how can I say compact talk today about the basic principles to remind us, because for those who are in Spiritism for long know this, and of course know all the books, but to remind us the simple things sometimes that we don't think too much, and to bring to those who doesn't know much about Spiritism, or in what the Spiritists are based on. So I hope that you guys enjoy this trip with me, and let's start. Here, I'm gonna go for the first one. All right. The first principle is God. God, creator of the universe, it created the spirits and matter by means of the universal law. God is the supreme intelligence and cause of all things. It's eternal, immaterial, and one. The Spiritist doctrine believes in God, of course, and we have a different vision of God, let's say, because the first part of the Spiritist book is about, the first question including, is about what is God. And Kardec questioned the Spirit to know about what is God, and all the conception about God and the attributes of God, and in the first part of the book. And the Spirits give this explanation to us. And It's interesting because for those who came from another religions, or my background is in the Catholic Church, and then we have this image of God, this man who have a white bird sitting in a chair on the top of the clouds there and judge us what is good, what is bad, what we are doing, and so on. And the Spiritism brought to us this definition and this different way to see God. And this is, for me, is make more sense, you know, because God is something much more that we think. And this way that we see God, this we humanize God in a certain way, and this is not right, because it's we cannot compare God to us, because we are too imperfected, and God is perfect. Like God is the one who create everything in the universe, and is not a person, is not a man, is not a woman, is not a being like us. God is something different, and we gave this name God because of vocabulary and the ancestor that we have, but they say to us that we don't have enough words, we don't have enough vocabulary to describe what is God. So we have to be happy for a while to satisfy ourselves with this explanation, let's say, because we don't have this we don't have enough maturity to comprehend what is God. Not yet. One day we will, like they say, as we will see on the more in the other topics. But it's just is for those who look for answers, let's say, as I was before, and this is something that is make more sense for me. Bring this vision of something like an energy or something that is working to create words, to create things, on the universe. Make more sense that imagine someone that is like us. But of course, one thing that is important to remind, because and the spirits remind this for us as well, is we still to attach it to matter, and this is the reason that we create this image of God that is more similar to us, and this is normal, because as a material beings that we are, we need something more visual, we need something more material that we can connect with it, that we can connect to. And then it's normal, like some people, they treat God as a father, right? And yes, it's normal, it's okay, because if you see God, he's like the father of the universe. He creates everything, so we are like we are children of God in a certain way, and this is not wrong, because he make us, he create us. So in certain way we are children of God. So sometimes we imagine God as this, like our father, and that is completely fine, because we still, as I said before, to attach it to this matter, and we need this. We need the human being still need to something to hold on, something that we can visualize, something that we can connect. Exactly. Like have a more connection, feel a connection. And yes, and I remember that book, the shark, when the woman was to call God, like this can I say kind way to call God. She used to say that it was her papa, call him papa, like a father, in a kind way. And this is fine. You can call God like in a way, or connect to God in a way that you feel comfortable. It's perfect, normal. And yeah, I confess that I try to not raise, but to think about God as a power of energy, a source of energy, like super powerful, that is bring us everything that we need. So it's like is a way, but it's very difficult to take this image of God as a man, as a white beard and the old man in our head, sometimes it's difficult to not imagine God like that. And it's fine. It's perfect fine. Right? Okay. I don't want, if you, we had a few weeks ago, we had a talk on during the week, and we talk about this chapter of the Spirits book. Me, Steven, and Samantha, we are doing the Spirits book on the Thursdays evenings, and the last few weeks we have been restart the Spirits book, and we talk about it. And if you want, you can later on go to the our page and you see this talk, and then you can go further on more deeply on this chapter. I don't want to extend much here, but because we have other things to see, because this is the first talk yet. The next one, it's spirit. The spirits are the beings that populate the universe beyond the material world, and they constitute the invisible world. They are not beings that originate from any special creation, but rather the soul of those who live on earth, or in another sphere, and that left the corporeal envelope. So, spirits. The spirits, we are spirits. We have the spirits, let's say. And as they say, the spirits are the beings that populate the universe, not just the earth. That's very important to observe here, because Spiritism, we study the spirits, and what different of the spirits that we think that come just to frighten us in a ghost way. The spirit is us, is beings that lived here as us, and now is on the spiritual world. We believe in spirits, but in different way that we believe in ghosts. We believe in ghosts because ghosts are spirits. Make sense? Yeah. And if you see on the spirits book, we have a chapter. In the chapter 2, we have the origin and nature of the spirits. We have on the spirits book the whole chapter that explain where the spirits come from and how the spirits are created, and other things. The ambiguity of the spirits, the different order of the spirits, because spirits has different orders that you'll see later on. And all this kind of questions that we have about spirits is answered on the spirits book, on the part 2, chapter 1 of the spirits book, and is very nice. On the question 23 that me and Samantha just did, I think last week, when the Kardec asked them what is the spirit, they answer the intelligent principle of the universe. In a very simple way. But it's very interesting that we think about the spirits as this way. But I don't want to go further here about exactly the spirits, because my idea here today is just to give you a little idea what is about the principle, and then all the explanation of this topic, because everything is on the spirits book. So if you want to understand better and go further on this spirits book 2, chapter 1, they have the whole explanation about spiritism. Right? Immortality. Let's say the spirit survives physical death, therefore it's destructible and immortal. It's indestructible and immortal. Sorry. It conserves its personality after death of the body. Yes, it's a good thing that Spiritism brings to us, that we are immortal. Sometimes when you think, I wish to be immortal, and like the movies and the series that we see, and guess what? Yes, we are immortal. But the only difference is like, instead of we live one life forever, like the immortality that we are searching in earth, or some people are searching, let's say, the immortality that we have is the immortality of the soul, of the spirit. Because what is immortal, what is immortal is not the body, is the spirit. What is survive is the spirit. The body will die. The body is just the body has a beginning, has an end. No, the spirit lives forever. The spirit is immortal. We just transit between the words, like they say here. And let's say today I'm here in this planet, maybe another life I can be in another, and I can born in another. I keep going, my spirits keep going, but my body, you die. Very, very simple. Let's say, but it's something that brings to us like a certain hope. It's some for those who search purpose in life, let's say. Why we are here. We are here to live, to learn, and to evolve, as we're going to see later. Evolution. So the evolution, the march of the spirits is progressive and never retrogressive. They graduate, elevate themselves in the hierarchy, and do not descend from the planet which they attain. Progress is a necessity that the spirits will feel sooner or later. All have to advance. In observing the scale of beings, we see that they form a continuous chain without and from whole matter all the way to the most intelligent man. So we see that God created the spirits to populate the universe. The spirits are immortal. We live. The spirits lives forever, right? And what's the purpose for that? Evolution. Why we are here? To evolve, like they say. And this is something that makes sense. Like, what's the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to evolve, like they say. We be born, we learn, we grow, the body die, spirits continue. And the learning, the knowledge that we acquire never is lose. We never lose this. It's keep for us. It's keeping our spirit. Because, as they say, we are born simple and ignorant. When God made the spirit, they made the spirit simple and ignorant to learn and to evolve. And it's like compare with incarnation. We are born a child without knowledge. We have to learn everything, go through the whole life till we die. We keep learning till the day that we never stop to learn till the day that we die. And this is the same on the spirit life point of view. We never stop to learn. We never stop to learn. We always keep learning till we get the high point of evolution that I don't know where you'll be, but we're gonna get there. And this is the good, because I used to ask, what's the purpose of life? Why we born, why we are here, what we are doing here, why we live a life and then we die, and after that, what happened? And the Spiritist teachings brought this light, for us, give to us like this hope, because makes sense for if you analyze the things, like make more sense. We come here to learn, and this learn is not lost, it's continued. We're gonna pass away, but our spirits continue alive. We gonna back to continue always learning, and so on. So this is kind of makes sense if you imagine, if you put in a scale and you start to analyze, makes more sense. They think that everything will end without purpose. We have a purpose, and the purpose of the humankind is to evolve, to advance it, And if you see, since the world were created, like the planet Earth was created on the dinosaurs' time, then the cavemans, and then all the progress that we did till now, is like we evolve. We evolve, we continue evolving, we continue creating things, we continue learning, and I hope that for a better word, as they say, I'm gonna get there. Okay. Reincarnation is another base of the spiritism that brought to us, because we believe that we are here, and like I said, the purpose is to explain many things. I'm gonna read this and then I go for it. Reincarnation is the return of the spirit to the corporeal life, but in another new body created by it. It is a law of justice and love. The spirits go through an unlimited number of corporeal experience. At each new existence, the spirit takes one step further on the path of progress. This spiritual progress depends exclusive on the will, the knowledge, and the action of the spirits. The spirits may reincarnation Earth and in another habitable world in the universe. This only depends on its evolution states. So, reincarnation is is a reborn. When we born in the planet, we are not born here for the first time. We are reborn. We are come back from the spiritual world to the material world, like they say. And this explain if reincarnation explain to us a lot of things, like the injustices of the things, the difference between classes and countries, and differences of kind of life, because what they brought to us is that through their reincarnation, we evolve and we correct ourselves, let's say, because as we are create simple and ignorant, and we have free will to decide what we do with our life, and most of the time, to be true, we take wrong path. That's normal. We are kids that we are learning, and when we see that we did these mistakes, we want to correct them. And through the reincarnation, we are able to, So Spiritism bring to us this knowledge about reincarnation. And sorry, I just got something here. And this is very, very important, because this will complete, the path. Because spirits God create the spirit simple and ignorant, with the purpose to evolve. And how it's gonna just happen? Through lives that we're gonna live on the material world. At the moment, we are live here on planet Earth as a human, but as they say, there is many other worlds that we can explore, that we can incarnate. But the incarnation is an important part for our evolution. On the spirit book, if we go to here, chapter 5, chapter 4 of the book 2, the plurality of the existence, they talk about reincarnation from the question 166 and so on. And the justice of the incarnation of different worlds, and so on. But it's a very good topic to studies, and can be like very long. I don't want to go deep in each topic, because now if I do it, you'll be here forever, or at least for the next 1 week. That's why I'm just give you like a little pieces of the topics, and we have the full explanation on the Spirits book. and we can do one talk just about reincarnation that is very nice, and we can still hours talking through. So let's keep the things very simple today, right? And okay, back to the topic. And the spirit progress depends exclusive of the will, the knowledge, and the action of the spirit. So one thing that this brings to us is responsibility. They make us understand that we are responsible for our actions, we are responsible for our decision, and most of the things that happen in our lives is because of our decisions, our actions, and our knowledge. And they say the spirits may be incarnate in Earth and any other habitat, a world, universe. This depends of evolution state. What this means? For those who study Spiritism or know have a larger understand of Spiritism, know that the planet Earth is the planet that trial and expiations, and we are going to transition now to the world of regeneration. We are like in the middle of this transition moment, and that's why so many things happen. And like I say, the spirits reincarnate on the world that is acquired and according with your evolution. We are here in this planet because we are in the stage of to this planet. It's like we cannot go to a higher world, evolved world, because we are not ready. We are not fit in that world. So at the moment, the world that we fit is this one. So yeah, if you think that you are too good to be here, sorry, you're not, because we are exactly the place that we need to. So we are here to learn, right? So reincarnation, mediumship. Mediumship is another. Mediumship is another principle of the Spiritism teachings. What they say to us, the mediumships faculty possessed by people who are denominated mediums. The communication between the material planet and the spiritual plane occur through his intermediary. So a person who serves as a mediate between the two worlds. Mediumship is only one and does not divide itself. It can, however, be classified in two functional aspects, intelligent effect and physical effects. So physical effect is not much common today because before, in the history, if you study mediumship, you see that before the mediums was able to create, to materialize things or materialize spirits. But I'm not going further than this because there is a book, the medium's book, explain everything about mediumship. Is a very nice book that Kardec wrote, especially to explain the mediumship. That was very important, and thanks God he did this work. We are all more or less mediums. There are, however, the mediums who mediumship find itself well characterized, and those in who the mediumship faculties find itself in its potentiality. When they say that we are all more or less mediums, and the mediums book, they explain very well this, we are all mediums in a certain way, because we all have the sense, the feeling. For example, we can have contact with the spirit world through dreams when we sleep, by intuition when we have some strong intuition to do something or to say something or to or something that advises us. So intuition is a mediumship phenomenon, but when they say that when when they call the potentiality mediums, is the ones who can really communicate clearly with the spirits, like they have an open communication between the two worlds. For example, Chico Xavier, a very well-known medium in Brazil, Divaldo Franco is another well-known medium in Brazil that have a very potentially mediumship, this is and so on. There is much more, like hundreds of other mediums that is known because they have a very good open communication with the spiritual world. Like they have this channel open. And that is those who as well have a kind of mediate mediumship that is like can discograph the things, can say things. Some people can hear, some people can see, and there is different one. And the medium's book, they explain exactly because we have a kind of many different types of mediumship. There is a many different ones, So each one with your speciality or with your characteristics, But in a certain way, as they say, we all are mediums. The first are called the dynamic mediums, and the second are called the static mediums. Is another thing that I'm not explaining because it's going to take time. Mediumship develop its critical and natural. It's begin from birth. So we born basically with this. But it's something, like I said, because we are mediums. Some people, they kind of have like in a state sleep, and they start to have more mediumship, a strong mediumship after a certain age in life. Some people, even after your 40s or 50s or whatever, there is no limit. Some people sometimes stay without feel or see or hear nothing, and suddenly they start to have this open channel. So it's something that is natural, and it can happen with us, like any one of us. No one can know ahead of time if a person is or not a medium. Only serious and safe experiments can reveal the indication. So that's where we are talking. This is mediumship is something very serious. Through study the medium's book, we can see the spirits say to us and explain to us the dangers of the mediumship used in a wrong way, and the responsibility of a medium to be a medium in this world is a high responsibility. It takes serious commitment, to be a serious medium. Like you see, if you study the lives of the serious mediums that we have, as I already said here, as Divaldo and Chico, for example. So these people, they dedicate themselves, their life, to help others through mediumship, and they never took advantage of that. So this is, I think, the most high example that I have in my personal life as a serious mediums. But of course, we have others, and we have, in another way, example of the ones who fail as well. So with mediumship came a lot of responsibility, and for those who has mediumship, you have to be really careful, because you can lead you to really wrong path if you do the wrong thing, let's say. But it's a beautiful thing. Mediumship is beautiful and is amazing if you know how to use, if you know how to deal with that. Can be scared, can be very scary at the first, especially for those who develop mediumship after adult age. And but if you know how to look for the right help, and if you know how to deal with, you study, if you understand how the mechanism works, you see that's something natural, something that you should see in a normal way, because it's something that is amazing, and is God's allow us to have for a reason, So, and mediumship is not something that is starting now. Mediumship exists since the times of that the world began. If you back to see the Egyptian time, there is examples of mediumship happened, and in the whole history of the human, the mediumship was present in different form, different names, but it's always present. So the communication between the two worlds is not something that starts now from these days, modern days. It's something that happens since the prehistoric, I think. So it's something that is very natural, and we still mystificate the mediumship, but it's something that we should see with normal eyes. Perispirit. The perispirit is the spiritual. Sorry, my throat is start to stuck. All right. The perispirit is the spiritual or fluidic body of the spirit. It has its origin in the universal cosmic fluid and formed by a process of condensation of these fluids. The perispirits serve as a unifying link among the spirits and the corporeal world. The spiritual and corporeal world, sorry. Without the perispirit, it would be impossible to link the spirit with matter. The makeup of the perispirit always depends upon the level of moral progress of the spirits. The superior spirits possess a more hara-filled spirit's body. The inferior ones make use of a dense, heavy perispirit. The perispirits can expand or retract in accord with the will of the spirit. Being a body with fluidic origin, its work as a channel that transmits sensation. The spirit, which is the intelligent and conscious being, resists this sensation. The perispirit does not think, does not reason, nor can it act by itself. It's also not where the spirit's memory is stored. It's a very interesting because, for example, when you see that I saw a ghost, we saw the perispirit to be true, because the spirit is something that there is no form. It's like a light. That the perispirit is some more a shape of more I can say a condensing body, fluidic body, and the material body, the matter that is our body, our carnal body, let's say, flesh. So what they say here, that we need the perispirit to connect our spirit to our body. Without the perispirit, we cannot make this connection. We need something to link the both the material body with the spirits. And who does this job is the perispirit. Is work as a link, a glue between these two. Is what the spirits say to us. And another interesting thing here about the perispirit is about the form and the shape that we see. For example, I know that some mediums, some people has some kind of not power, but some kind of condition. No condition. It's a special, like say, dawn. I forgot the word right now. But some people can see our spirit. For example, when you look someone and you can see this area, this shape around the body, and then you can see the color of that. Is the perispirit, these ones. And in André Luiz books, the Chico Xavier books, wrote from the spirits André Luiz, they explain the perispirit, and on the spiritual world, there is a passage of the book that André Luiz is a spirit who passed away, and he was in the spiritual world, and his mentor was with him in a company, and he met another spirits there, and he saw that his body, his perispirit, was kind of dark, like a gray, and the others was light, was more clear, was more white. And he was asking the difference between why he was in that gray color and the other was in a white. And his mentor explained to him because he was according with his conditions, because he has passed away in a short period, so he was already getting adapted to the spiritual world, and he has all the imperfection. He's still himself, let's say, when he passed away, and he has this color because he was like not impure, I don't want to say, but more elevated the spirit are, more light is the color of the perispirit, and more lower condition the spirit are, more dark is the perispirit. Basically, let's say this way to simplify things, because as I say, more higher and how can I say, light is the perispirit of those elevate spirits. So in a spiritual world, when we reincarnate and we arrive in the spiritual world, we are the same out here, with our imperfection, with our conditions, we've always developed the way that we basically that we are here. So we continue the same. So we have our spirit like more or less on the shape that we have here, according with our development. So if you are a higher spirit and when you incarnate, you disincarnate, you will be more light and clear, the color will be more light. And if you are lower, you will be a little bit more dark, let's say. And another thing that they say here for us, that the spirit say to us, is the perispirit doesn't not think itself. It's not it's not where is the memories are storage. So basically, the perispirit is just I can say like a cloth or a conductor for the spirit, because all the memories, all the sensations, and all the feelings and the if this if you love, if you hate, if you like, is everything on the perispirit. The perispirit is the memory, is the main base of the humans, the beings, let's say. The spirit is where everything is storage. The spirit is where everything is permanent there. Our knowledge, our sensations, everything is there, as they say. The perispirit is serving just as a transmission. When if you touch something, the feeling that you have, your body is the one who is oozing, is the gosh, I'm really terrible with the words today. Forgive me for that. But yes, you feel with the body, the perispirit transmit this to the spirit. So it's like a conductor. Is a machine work. And it's amazing how this is work. And we have on the Spirit's book all the explanation for that, by the way. Free will. Free will is another important base for the Spiritism, because, as I said before, we learn about responsibility. We are responsible for everything. So the free will is something that I'm going to read first. The spirit possesses the liberty to think and act in accordance with its will. This liberty to make decision or free will is equally dependent on its level of evolution. Whether incarnate or in the spiritual world, the spirits make use of its free will. In the beginning of its evolutionary phase, the free will is very limited, almost none. As the spirit evolves, it simplified its free will through the evolution of its consciousness. So basically, we have free will since the time that we are born as a spirit. We are made simple and ignorant, and we learn how to take decisions. God gave us, like I say here, on the beginning, less free will, because we act more with the instinct. And accordingly, with our evolution, we're going to live in acquiring knowledge. We will have more free will, And now we have free will to decide if you want something, if you go, which way you go, and what to do. I imagine free will like a tree, or like a ramification. Every decision that I make in my life open for me a lack of options. Every action open a lack of option. So it's like you are making your path according with your decisions, And for those who believe or used to think that we born is with our story or our book of life already written, already done. No, it's not what they say. No, it's not work like that. We have some predetermined things that we have to accomplish, but it's up to us to take or not. It's up to us to go this way or that way. God not interfere in our decision. They can guide us for the best decision in our life. We have a lot of help from the spirit world, from our mentors, these guardian angels that is helping us through the incarnation. But in the end, it's always decisions. If we take left or right or go straight, it's always decision, always. You know, of course, we make decision according with our environment, with our knowledge, with our situation, but it's always us. So, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to hear that everything is is on us, you know, but it's true. Cause and effect. Life in the universe is directed in accordance with the wise and just law of God. The spirit also lives in accordance with the law. We saw previously that the spirit enjoy free will, the liberty to act. Every action produces a reaction. Action and reaction obey the law of cause and effect. The effects are the result of the causes and they can be immediated or not. Since chance does not exist, everything that the spirit goes through in this physical or spiritual life is the result of its actions. A thought is a mental action, and as such it results in an effect for the one who emits it. God thought through God thoughts produce good thoughts produce good effects. The same happens with our practical material actions. The effect of an action may come during the same incarnation or in the future incarnation. This depends on various circumstances. So, cause and effect, like we are saying before. We have free will, and free will is the free to act. But, okay, I'm free to do whatever I want. I'm free to go wherever I want. But I have to remember that that is the law of cause and effect. That is a law of God, you know, the law of God, the universal law. And for every action that I take, for every decision that I made, you generate some effect. You know, so cause and effect. So everything that we do, you generate some effect in the future. And like they say here, especially the the spiritism people or the spiritists, we always say that, oh, this has happened because in the past life I was like a very bad person because I did that in the past life. Now I'm suffer. And as they say here, sometimes not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the problem that you having now, or sometimes or the difficult time that you are having now, can be a effect from a cause from this life. You know, it's not from the other past. It's not everything is from the past life, because sometimes we have things that happen in this life. We have to analyze what we are doing in our lives, how we are taking our decisions, how we are how which conditions we are taking this decision as well. You know, so we have a lot of things to analyze before we can say that if it is from a past life or if it's from this life. You know, because it's not sorry guys, I lost just the connection for a second. But it's not everything that we do in this life we're gonna pay on the next life. You can pay in this life as well, or pay, let's say, repay or correct. You know, but we have to get responsibility for this action. And then even a thought, as they say, even a thought that we have can have an action. You know, so let's analyze what are you doing, how you are living, what decisions we are taking, and what is the result of that. And this is something that Spiritism explained very well for us, because before we used to think that everything is happening for because God or someone determined that this has to happen, or because I'm a bad luck person, or because of this or because of that. So we used to blame others for our infortunios, and sometimes it's just a effect from something that happened before, you know. And yes, we have to analyze very well. And the Spiritism bring to us these amazing studies on cause and effect that make a lot of sense. The plurality of habitable worlds. There are other worlds that are habitable, much like our planet, for organized life is found across the entire universe. The form in which its manifestates are what varies and according with the evolution stage of each planet. According to the Spirit's teachings, the worlds find themselves in different level of evolution from one another. Some are in the same point of ours, others are more primitive. There are also those that are more morally, intellectually, and physically advanced. And thus, the arts and science have already achieved a level of perfection that we cannot yet appreciate. The physical organization with material is not subjected to suffering, disease, and infirmities. Man lives in a peace without seeking to gain from the loss of others. Finally, there are worlds where the corporeal envelopment is almost entirely fluidic. So it's very interesting that they say that how the difference between the worlds, and as I mentioned before, the planet Earth is passing now through this change. We are passing through from the world of suffering expiation to the generation world. So we are going one step further on the evolution plan, you know, and there is, and like I say, there is planets that is less evolved than the Earth. Okay, you think, okay, for those who think that, oh my God, the Earth is a terrible place to live, there is so much injustice, so much suffering, so much this and that, believe it, there is worlds that much less evolved that the Earth, when they still in a very low stage of development, when the spirits who are there is like more lower than the ones on the Earth, where they are learning, where they are little by little learning like us. And the same way that is on other planets, when the the life is much more evolved than the Earth, like they say. We have a lot of improvement, intellectual, advanced, and when there is no suffer, when there is no unit, when there is no seek for 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 material things, let's say, as in here in Earth. So we hope that one day we can get there. So we have to continue always learning here, always of evolution here in this planet, to be able to reincarnate in this planet next in the next life. So I hope that we'll get there. But it's good to have this hope that, okay, we are not alone on the universe. We are not the last. We are not the first. We are in the middle, and we are working to get advanced. This is amazing. Life in the spiritual plane. When the spirits do not find themselves, when the spirits do not find themselves incarnate any world, they are in the spiritual world, in the eradicate stage, waiting for the moment when they will return to corporeal life. The erratic state in this same as uncertain, sometimes that change places intermediately, periodically. Sorry, guys. In the spiritual plane, the spirits act in accordance with their level of evolution. The ones that develop to the terrestrial families almost always find themselves in our surrounding, coexisting and connecting to us through thoughts. The thoughts in the force of the attraction and unity the spirits, causing the formation of groups. It's called the law of vibration affinity. The spirits may act upon the fluids, producing fluid creation. Many things that they are still incarnate and as such lives in intim, intimately connected to the people and things on the material world. So life on the spiritual world. So that when we are in the spiritual world, we attract the others as the same as ourselves through the connection to our vibration. So they have these communities as well on the spiritual world. The community can be made from the good spirits, from the ignorant spirits, according with the common connections, the common attractions, as they say here. And some of them even think that they are fortunate when we see like these ghosts of these places that is have spirits, like as we say, is because sometimes the spirit are too connected to the material world that they still here live among us, in our environment, because they don't want to go. They refuse to go, or they think that they're still alive and insist and be here. And the influence of spirits is in our life. The spirits connect themselves to us through thoughts. Together with them and those that are incarnate, we create a true network, residing among us. They actively participate in our life. They influence our thought and actions. More than this, they greatly interfere in everything we think and do. They are connected to the places where they have been and held to the people with whom they coexist. They can influence us toward the good or toward that which is bad. The influence of the spirits in our life is so strong that we can generally affirm that it's they who guide us. To the intensity of this influence, many constantly change our thoughts, words, and attitudes. Most are oblivious to the fact that they are often driven to this by the spirits. So basically what they say is that we are connected to the spiritual world all the time. We are connected to the spirits all the time. They are surrounding us. It's in a parallel world. And then we can connect with them through our thought, through our vibration. So, and then we can connect with the good ones or the bad ones according with our thought, according with our vibration. That's why it is important, for us to maintain always a good vibration. Of course, it's not possible all the time, but we have to be aware, our thoughts. And that they say they say that the influence of the spirit in our world is so strong that sometimes is then who guide us. But we be careful with this. We cannot use this as an excuse and for the bad things or bad action that we have. But we have to watch our thought to understand what is ours and what is influence. So it's very important. That's why it's important to study and understand how we can deal with that. So, well, guys, I think this is all. I finished with this phrase from Allan Kardec: "Without charity, there is no salvation," because I really believe on this. And the job and the work that Allan Kardec left for us, the codification of Spiritism, is something that is amazing. Is an amazing job. How we can understand, we can comprehend better, what we are doing here, what is our mission here, and for what we come, and from where we came, and where we go. So, and this month of celebration of his birthday, I just wish to really say thanks to him, wherever he is, for this amazing job and to bring us these important guides for a better life. I think the most important is us to be conscious about what his mission is, to grow ourselves, to understand ourselves, to be better human beings, and to understand that we are not alone, that everything that we do and we take part is affect other people. Be aware of this responsibility, and Be aware of our imperfection. We are not perfect. We are a spirit in the constant evolution, constant evolving, as they say. So be patient with yourself and keep learning. So guys, I hope that this could help you to understand a little bit more about Spiritism for those who have his first contact. I think is this speech of today, I did special for those who has his first contact with Spiritism, for those who want to learn more about Spiritism, I can say. And everything that I brought for you was based on the Spirit's books, basically. And I hope that you enjoy. And think that is for today. Just reminding that every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:15, quarter past 7 p.m., we have our talks on our channel and on Kardec Radio as well. And it's a very more, how can I say, it's more a talk, it's a study that we study together. And it's very nice if you can send your questions and you can participate as well. Let's say. And then every Wednesday I have I study the spirits book studies on Wednesday. Is a closed group. If you want to join us, you have just to send an email to Spiritism Ireland .com. I think I have the address here somewhere. Here. spiritismirelandmedia.com is the email that we can contact us, send always a question or request to join the studies group. You can send to this email. And I think for today, that's it. Hope that's all good. And I already passed the time. Let's do our final prayer. Let's thanks God, Jesus, for this opportunity to be here. Thanks the good spirit that we are here with us, that we can all have a good week full of peace, love, and never forget that we are in constant learning and do our best. God bless you all. So be it. Thank you very much, guys, and see you soon.